What's up, world? My name is Zavian Dre, and this is my podcast, Dopenly Honest, breaking the chains of addiction. What's up, guys? Welcome to another episode of Dopenly Honest. Today we have a very special guest who goes by the name of ToJo B. Not only is ToJo a good friend of mine, but we were also in the grips of addiction together. His story is a true testament to the power of God and the fact that there is hope on the other side. I know that his story will inspire the still suffering addict to find a new way to live. So let's not waste no time. Let's get straight to it. Yeah, man, ToJo, I just want to thank you, man, for taking time out of your day, man, to come and try to share a message of hope for people, because, you know, it's real sick out there right now. It's a lot of bullshit going on out there, man. And I know for me personally, I know because I was out there, I did that shit, man. And so now we got the opportunity to sit down and try to give back what was given to us. You know what I'm saying? Man, if you want to start out, man, and let the people know your sobriety date and, just take us back.
Thank you, man. It's good to see you, man. Thank you for welcoming me on your channel. Whenever I can get back, I always will. You know, so that's what I was taught. So July the 21st, 2019, and for the date, I'm forever grateful. Journey started out crazy, man. Matter of fact, it's so good to see you, man, because I remember them days, and to see others try to learn a different way to live life and get to a different place in life it's a beautiful thing. Simply, I got sick, man. Stage 3 prostate cancer. And that sort of like drove me and propelled me to do something different. Didn't know what I was going to do. They called me big head, little body. You know what I'm saying? I was bad off, man. Thought I was doing something, you know what I'm saying? Thought I was, man. But I was just a junkie, man. Full-blown addiction. Didn't know how to live life. Didn't know what life was. Even when I came into the program, I didn't know what life was. I didn't know how to live life. I didn't understand that. I had to figure it out. But I was sick, man, and my kids sort of like had an intervention. My grandkids, and was like, can't go nowhere, man. I was battling 2 diseases, right? The cancer and then the addiction. And basically, man, if you would ask, which one was worse, a whole lot of people would say cancer. But actually, it's addiction because you can cut cancer out with a knife. There's no knife sharp enough ever. And you know this, to cut out our addiction, man, we got to figure out a different way. And mine came through a higher power, in which I choose to call God. And that got me to my path. So going deeply, that's what we had to do on our 5th step to get clean. So we're going back, and say about 15, 14, I started dabbing into some stuff. But I grew up in a house with my grandparents, man. They raised me and one of my brothers and a sister. And we ended up calling them dad and mom, my grandparents. My mom, she was in a bad place. She wasn't able to raise us. We had a better life with our grandparents. Grew up great, man. Good childhood. Grandmother loved me. Grandfather loved me. Gave us whatever we wanted. It was like spoiled. Wasn't rich, man, but to me, we was. It was like money grew on trees because we never went without. They always provided for us, man. Yeah, he was just a hustler, though. He didn't really care about school. We get out the bus. We had to go hustle cardboard and cans. Like, he was just a hustler. He worked at, he was a meat cutter. But when he get out, from his real job, he would go hustle. Hence, I picked some hustling skills up from him, just in different ways. But that's basically what happened. Grew up, started hustling with him, getting the cardboard, and then I started defying him, not listening to him. My brother Mike, he won't mind me saying his name. Me and him both would go. The difference between me and him was he stayed. He didn't have a problem. He didn't want to run the streets. He didn't, want to do anything like that. So he would work. So I would make excuses, man, to make him mad, and he would send me home. So I figured out how to manipulate. And because it worked, like it was game. So I would walk home on the railroad tracks. But by the time they got home, I wasn't home because my plan worked. At that time, I was smoking weed, started drinking a little bit, wasn't doing no cocaine or nothing hard. I played sports, man. I was cold in sports, baseball, football, all that, man. And I squabbled all my dreams and my aspirations, thinking I was cool, man. I carried my characteristics, man, all the way until like 6 years ago, for real. Like I held on to them things, man, and never knew that there was anything wrong with it, man. The reason why I didn't know who I was. I always wanted to fit in. Whatever you liked, I liked, and whatever she liked, I liked. So basically, we move up to about 16, 17, stopped playing baseball and stuff because of my grades. Got kicked out of school, high school. Moved to Florida with my father, my biological father. I met him when I was like 13. My story might go up and down. I skip spots, you know what I'm saying, but you'll understand me.
Yeah.
So I'm like 16. I went to Florida, stayed with my father, went to high school, enrolled in high school, started playing football. It's a different caliber of talent down there, man.
Oh
It's
yeah, I
totally,
bet.
yeah, it's totally different. So, but I wasn't shabby, but it was just a little heightened. You know what I'm saying? Like you
Yeah.
gotta be like breaded. If you ain't breaded in them type of areas, man, you just ain't up to that piece, man. It's a fact. But I did that for a while and I held on. And then I started messing with South, powder cocaine in Florida. And there's a difference between that down there and this
Up
up
here.
here. It's the real.
The
I
real
don't get out
deal.
exactly. I don't like the calibrations of the numbers and all that, but guaranteed it's way more than what we get up here. So like I started messing with that. I sort of like fell in love with it, man. It sort of took me away from the world. I got to engulf what I really was thinking to myself. I would play a role like an actor, like a movie actor, and I could put on all these masks, man. But when I did the cocaine, like I was it was like a natural to me.
It took it all away.
Took it all away, man. Didn't really think about nothing. Didn't care about nothing. Yeah, we just living life. You know what I'm saying? Just doing what we do. And this wasn't just when I was high. Like it developed to be my characteristic of who I thought I was for a long time until I started peeling back the layers in my life, man.
See, that's the thing, Tojo, man. Like, for the longest time, we used to cope with whatever we had going on in our life. Like what you just said, like we was like Jim Carrey, like we was putting that mask on. So now that we ain't using, we gotta learn who we actually are, bro. You know what I mean? Because when we doing that dope, man, how can we figure out our true self if we out there on that dope? Man, I'm just like, this is like a surreal moment for me, man. Like, because I know like we was, dipping and dabbing together out there. I'm coming riding to Louisville to see you, and you know what I mean? And so now we doing this, man. We on the other side, bro. It's just a beautiful thing. I get emotional talking about this shit, man. When I was telling you earlier, this is like therapy. Like, this is like our medicine. I don't care what nobody says. This shit is a disease. Addiction is a disease. And we can't cure it. We can only arrest it. And this is how we arrest it, by doing shit like this. You know what I'm saying? On a daily basis. And I be holding myself accountable too, man. I ain't got it fucked up because, I could be definitely doing more in my recovery. I don't know, man. I just tell people, because we get caught, like me, like I get caught up mentally. But the main thing is I ain't used. I ain't put one in me. That's the main thing. As long as we don't do that, we can work on the rest, bro.
We got a shot.
Yeah.
That the next one, man, that's very good information, my brother. Like it really is, man. Because without sobriety, without a clear mind, conscious, I have no chance. But yeah, man, thank you for bringing it up because I seen you pop out, man. Cause see, we all don't make it, dog.
That's a fact.
I lost my brother 2015, man. I actually was in rehab in Moorhead, and I stayed clean some years after that, man. But I couldn't hold on. But he's a prime example. He's no longer with us, man.
Rest in peace.
Thank you, man. I seen a billboard, Jason Mason, downtown Louisville. There was a guy named Dylan, I think. And it said, Dylan never knew that there was fentanyl in his heroin. He never knew. Let that sit in, bro. He ain't know. We know We watch it. We looking at this billboard. Hey, Dad, he'll never know, man.
They say our last time using can be our last time using. But in the same sentence, our last time using can literally be our last time using.
Yeah, man. You could just be quiet for a minute. That's a mic drop. Like NA tell us that. I don't know what program people go into, and it's to each his own. I think as long as it's a 12-step program, spiritually based, I think you'll be okay.
Yeah.
But I ain't heard preach to nobody. I've seen people get clean other ways, but I'm saying my journey. And hey, man, and our literature, that's what it speaks about, man. Addict can learn a new way to live life, man.
Yeah, I found it in NA too.
Yeah, I did AA. I done been in. I'm 50, man. I turned 50 October 28, 19. Last year, my birthday's in 75, man. So I done been in and out of these places, man. I learned a lot. This time, the only difference was I left what I thought I knew in my back pocket and utilized it later on in my recovery, sometimes years later. I can pull it out. I'm a therapist now. It's a lot. We'll get there, I guess.
Yeah.
Going back, man, Florida, messing with that raw. And so I wasn't there, at long, man. Was coming back and forth to Kentucky. Later on would be my wife pregnant and shot back to Florida. Didn't know she was pregnant, though. I got a call in Florida, and she said she was pregnant. I told my dad, remember, I didn't meet him until I was like 13, 14 or something. And, I didn't meet him. I didn't go there until I was like 16, but I met him at like 13, and he didn't want me to leave. He knew I was playing sports. I had an opportunity, you know what I'm saying? He didn't know I was getting hired, but I had an opportunity, you know what I'm saying? He knew I did a better opportunity down there than in Kentucky. But, something inside of me wanted to be a father. I knew that I did what I did, and I believed it was mine. He was telling me, it probably ain't yours, crazy and this and that. And it made me think, it's easy for you to say, like, you wasn't there. And I don't want to be that to, my child. You know what I'm saying? So that's how I made a decision to come back to Kentucky. So I did. And things didn't get too much better. We can hold on for a while. I was working a little restaurant job, Long John Silver, I think, while she was pregnant. And I was spending every nickel on my child because I love an unknown child. That's powerful. To begin to fall in love with something you've never met. It's possible. It's very possible. Anybody that's having a child probably understands. So I was spending every dime, and I was just using my nickels to get, you dig, man. I could not, I didn't mention that I had to drink, to level me out. So I would drink Parmesan brandy. 1875 is crazy. I would be high. I would be so high so many nights. I studied the bottle, bro. I tell people this all the time that I stayed up so many nights, man, that I started understanding bird language. That's crazy.
Oh my gosh.
You speaking bird language, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? That's how I see. That's how I heard. We up all night. I was. I keep it on myself. I was up all night off at the South, man. And really didn't have a clue what life was like we just mentioned. Fast forward, man, I continue to use, I start getting in trouble. A lot of addicts understand that that's what comes with it, man.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because we doing reckless stuff, man.
Jails, institutions, and death.
Yeah, flatline. Yeah, and that's a promise. You ain't worry about that. That's a promise, too.
Then they said not in that order either.
Not in that order. Exactly right. So imagine that. Just think of the power of me, you, and many others, people who just listening to us that might be suffering now or may have found a new way to live. Think of that. Think about what happened, bro. That don't have to happen. I just told you my brother died, man. Like millions of people died. Somebody dying right now. OD. Somehow catching a case, robbing somebody, getting 40, 50 years. I'm not Irish, bro. So I don't believe in luck. But we was given an opportunity, man. What that reason was, I don't know. And I really believe that we come in contact with the reason why later on in life. I think you found yours, your calling.
Absolutely.
I'll speak on mine as I continue, man. So you remind me of myself. when I started, man, because I wanted to give back and I wanted to do something different, man, because I knew it was given to me absolutely free and honestly. You know what I'm saying? I got a heck of a sponsor, man. And I think it's very important. We'll speak on it. In and out of jail, my wife ended up having 6 children. Oh, man. 3 boys, 3 girls. And for that, I'm grateful. But I wasn't a father, man. I can't even say I don't want to say I stopped being a father. I never was. You know what I'm saying? Me buying stuff and me saying that I love something that was unknown is not being a father in my world, man. But I did okay with my first 2. You know what I'm saying? I did okay. My third one, he was born a month. He's the only one, my oldest son, 3 boys, 3 girls. My oldest son was born in 97, February. He's the only one I didn't see born because I caught a big one. I caught a big case and went to prison. So my kids are 2 years apart. The first 3 are 2 years apart. There's a 3-year gap. And then the last 3 are 2 years apart. This is how we did it. But that's what I did. I went to prison. One of the best things that ever happened to me.
Yeah.
It happened to a lot of us. It saves us, man. They say you got to be careful what you ask for because you might end up in prison, bro. Yeah, you ask God to get you out that stuff and you ready to make a change in your life. Don't be surprised if you wake up trying to make a collect call. Don't be surprised because sometimes that's where we need to be. And we don't have a clue. We don't know what's good for us, man.
Nah, especially when we out there, when we doing that shit.
Exactly. Our expectations are so limited, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like today, I charge what I'm worth, man. I don't just do whatever because, man. You know what I'm saying? I charge what I'm worth. I move the way I move because I can move the way I move. You hear a statement all the time I have warehouses, man. We don't live that way no more. We don't have to live that way. That's what it means, man. It ain't about being arrogant. It ain't about being better than nobody. But listen, man, went through the traps, went through the fire, went through the hells, went through all the turmoil, man, to only arise today, March the 1st. Only today. Ain't got nothing to do with yesterday, tomorrow, none of that. But today, I went through all of that stuff, man, to be here today on here talking to my friend, man, that's building something great, man. So getting back, got out of prison, stayed out for a while, remember I was on parole. I was sucking lollipops and drinking Aquafina. I remember that. It was a good time in my life, man. I wasn't getting high. It's the first time that I got, away from the craziness and the wildness and all the noise, all the shame and guilt. I got away from that. Going to prison, I sort of like got in touch with who I was. And sometimes that's what it takes for some of us, man. So I get out. Don't never last long, though. See, for me, it takes an eternal way of living because I have programmed my subconscious to move in ways without my permission. That's what our addiction does. It don't ask us what we want to do, bro. It does what it want to do.
Yeah.
See, I got out. I was going to these little AA meetings or something in prison. Felt good and the dope was high. And that's what it was for real. And I took an opportunity to find hope. But when I got out, it took a couple months, man. I'm back in the swing. Right back. I didn't have no foundation. Just I was just clean. I was just what they call sober. I was not covering. It's a big difference, my brother, between recovering and being sober or being clean. And I truly believe that. So that's what happened. I'm back in the grips, full blown flight from reality, man. Self-will run riot, doing what I wanted to do, how I wanted to do it. Think of that chaos, man, that we went through, bro. Like that's hell in itself. That's that loud noise I be talking about, man. Like it be loud, man.
Yeah.
Like you know it, dog. Man. Hey, yeah. That's why some do ultimately unalive themselves, man. That's what happens. It takes us to a place to that we can't function, man.
It was explained to me it's a high cost of low living. You know what I mean?
I know what you mean. Yeah, that's a good way to say it. It is, man.
Like, look at all the shit we go through. Like, look at all the shit we was doing, bro, just to get one more, knowing that it wasn't gonna be the last one.
We're alive, boy. We the best liars.
Oh man, we'll come up with something. Well, I'll keep it on me. I'll come up with something cold, bro. Like I still got to check myself today, like, cause I was sharing that at somebody's celebration not too long ago, man, and something just came over my spirit, man, and I was thinking, and I'm like, man, sometimes in recovery, sometimes I feel more sick now than what I did when I was using. But then I thought about it and I'm like, you know why, bro? Because when you was using, you was numb to life. So now we ain't got that. Now I don't have this dope in me, right? So I got to figure out how to live. That's a work in progress for me, man. So like for somebody that like, I just wanted to ask you to chime in on this. So like for somebody that just getting out of like what you was just saying, prison or something like that, can you explain like the importance of getting a foundation as you spoke on and keeping up the maintenance, not only get out, but to stay out and to stay clean? Can you speak on the importance of that?
Yeah, so thank you. The importance of it is like having a blanket on when that weather was a couple weeks ago.
Yeah.
There's snow and ice. So picture yourself being out in that weather with no shelter, with no blanket. That's equivalent, bro. That's how far away that it is when I'm in my bed in my house with the furnace on or the fireplace with some heat coming up. That versus that. That's how far away it's so important for us to definitely get started on that footing, man. Because look, I'm not confused. I'm very transparent. I've been there and did it. I ain't better than nobody. I like how you said it too, man. Sick. I'm still sick. I'm sicker than most. I just ain't using today. That's all it is, man. I'm learning a new way to live life every day. And I need others to check me, my sponsor to put me back in line, my support group to motivate me or give me some kind of direction in my life when it be for any type of call that I'm trying to make in my life. You gotta remember, I did step one. That never changes. If I got 2 days or 6 years, step one is I admitted that I was powerless over my addiction and my life was unmanageable. That don't never change. That's a day-to-day process.
Do you feel like, because you said step one, and I've asked people this before, do you feel like that's the most important step?
It's got to be, man. In my world, it's got to be. Because without that, I don't start. You get me?
Yeah, it's just like a food for thought. Because I'm on 4 right now, and I've been procrastinating that shit for real.
That's all right. Get busy, my brother.
Yeah, yes, sir. So I just like to ask that because I like to share on the importance of that first step, bro. Because for somebody that's out there using, you don't have a chance in hell unless you admit that you got the problem. You know what I mean? There's so many people still using and they just either convinced that they don't have a problem or either that or they just don't care. That's a totally different problem in itself. But for me, I had to admit, man, that I had a problem and I had to get honest. And then I had to become willing to apply the knowledge because we can know everything, bro. But if we're not willing to put it into action, then we're going to stay sick. You know what I mean?
You definitely got a good sponsor. You going to good meetings. You hearing some good information. I'm gonna give you a scenario. I'm gonna throw something out here. So I can't dunk, right? I cannot dunk a basketball, bro. I'm
Yeah.
like, right? I'm like 5'11" or something. Like, I just don't have the capability. You know what I'm saying? I wasn't a jumper. Play sports good, but I couldn't dunk. So you just said it. I'm gonna wake you up. So I'll admit that I can't dunk a basketball. That would not stop me on Saturday being in Shawnee Park trying to dunk a basketball. Be at Clear Creek Park trying to dunk. I admitted that I can't dunk. but I ain't accept that I can't talk. There's a difference, bro. We can admit whatever. That ain't nothing. I admitted that I can't, them Jordan, them retro 4s. I wear a size 12. They got 11s on sale for 200. The 12s are 550. Man, I will buy them. I admit to you that I wear a 12, but I'll buy them, feed her, crammed all up in them. Because I ain't accepted. I don't wear 11, bro.
Right.
A woman who was 18, dog, no kids, right? She's little, petite, wear a little bitty size, you know what I'm saying? Everything little. The woman ended up having 4 or 5 babies. She's 18 now, she's 40, maybe she's 30, but she wants to go to the New Year's Eve party. And she will lay down on that bed with a girdle on, boy, and tuck in her stomach and make them jeans fit. They don't fit. You got to accept, dog. You know how many times that woman just told you, girl, I can't fit there?
Acceptance.
Acceptance, dog. That's the whole key to the whole program. That's why I think step 1 is so, so important, because that's where I accept who I am. True enough, I may be trying to dunk a basketball, but I don't try no more to put no chemical, a mood altering drug, or drink in my body, bro. I accept it every day. Just because I accepted it yesterday don't mean nothing about today now. Sometimes it gets better over time. Sometimes, you got to do it a couple times a day. I say this, man, and to each his own. But like, I got to murder myself every day because I go to sleep with this man, dog. I go to sleep with my addiction, bro. Think about that one. That's why when people say we arrogant, we think we better than somebody, and now that they done got clean, they think they better than somebody. They walk different than them. They act different than them. They got a car. They got a job. They got a female. No, sir.
No.
I got him with me every single day of my life.
I'm still sick. I just ain't using no more.
That's it. That's the only difference. They a non-addict do not understand that, bro. Like, that's why I murder him sometimes 2 or 3 times a day. My ego, my arrogance, all that shit shows up in all kinds of ways. Step 6 is a beast, boy, with the character defects. When it talks about, it manifests in so many types of areas in my life, man. Some unknowing. It takes people from the outside. I can't see myself when I'm in a picture. I know it's stereotyping. It's just like cliche, but that's the truth. If I'm in a photo, I can't see myself. I'm in the photo. I got to be the producer. I got to be the camera taker. I don't got no iPod. Only way it would work if we got a tripod, bro. We set up a tripod and run over it real quick. And, that's the only way. Any other way, man, I need somebody, my support group, my sponsor, my mentors, somebody who has my best interest and who really understands me through lived experiences, man, about who I am. That's the only way I can connect with somebody, man. If you ain't walked through the mud in that area, it's hard to tell me how to walk through the mud in my area. Not saying it's impossible. I'm just saying for me, it takes a connection, man, that's a little deeper. It has no brevity to it. It cannot be brevetized. It cannot be minor. Like, I'm going to tell you what I was doing. I was putting Band-Aids on these massive cuts, bro. Think about it. I need surgery, but I'm putting a Band-Aid on a cut. You and them be like, hey, To, that ain't going to work, my brother. You gonna die, boy.
Yeah.
Because see, I'll be like, I'm going to slow down a little bit. I understand we in 2026. I done worked in all these type of fields. I understand harm reduction. I'm not mad at it. I actually took Suboxone myself to get out the heroin. I took it for 6 months, and thank God I'm free of it. But what I'm telling you, literally, man, I cannot live on me. I can't slow down, man. I got to stop. I was driving down the street. I see the police over on the right and come to a stop sign, right? And I'm going like 10. I see him. I slow all the way down. I go about a mile, right? I'm less than a mile an hour. Go on past the stop sign. He pulls me over. I'm like, why you pull me over, bro? He come up to the window. You know why I stopped you? Nah, man, why you stop me? He said, you didn't stop at the stop sign. I said, I did stop. He pulled out his billy club and started hitting me upside the head. He said, what you want me to do? Stop? I slow down. You gotta stop.
Damn.
It's got to be a stop, man, to my abusive, out of control, massive disease, bro. This thing that I possess without no fault of myself, man. I'm not blaming myself for being addicted. See, we didn't have a choice when we were in active addiction. Once you get sober or clean, should I mention, we got a choice today. Dog. We wake up today, we have a choice to do what we're doing today. Ain't no more excuses for it, man.
Ain't no more.
It's no more, bro.
Ain't no way around it.
It ain't. So I'm ecstatic, man, about what you're doing. I got a meeting. Can't fade this out, but we're going to have to probably do another session.
Yeah.
I just want to say, man, like literally, the work that you're doing. When I started 2019, I started my podcast, bro. I had 1 follower. 1. Man, I'm in over 19 countries. I'm now a MS Psych. I'm a therapist. I do groups. Shit that I ain't have a clue that I would do.
Man, that's mind-blowing, bro. Like,
but for me, bro, stupid. I got people that listen, right? A platform, get gigs, a motivational speaker, life coach. I don't say it to make myself big or nothing. I say that because it's only possible, dog. Because I chose a different way to live life one day at a time. And I got out the way, man, and allowed a different system, a different type of entity, a deity run my life, man. So the hope that I got for anybody today is that give yourself an opportunity to enjoy life and first find out what life is, man. I remember I told you I didn't know what life was, man. It took me a long time to figure that out, man.
Hey, To, that's how I usually wrap up, man. To the addict that's still out there, they right there on the edge. They want to stop, but they can't, whether they're on opiates and they physically can't stop, or whether they're on, no matter what they on, they want to stop, but they just can't seem to just get over that hump, man. What would you tell them?
What I would tell them is that there's hope, man. Based on what you just said, because I believe it 100%. We can't stop, man. Can't stop. Anytime a judge tell a woman, I'm going to take your child if you come back with a dirty urine, and this woman come back to court dirty, man, it ain't that she don't love her children. She can't stop. Just like I couldn't. What I can tell y'all is, man, you're looking at a guy that did not care about absolutely nothing, man. I robbed my daughters, my family, my brothers, my so-called friends. I took from everybody, man. I didn't care about nothing or nobody but myself, and I had to feed my addiction, man. And now I rise as a new person, man. It's like night and day. They say he looked like ToJo, he walked like ToJo, he talked like ToJo, but that ain't, they know what's going on, man. So if I got clean and the host got clean, any addict can get clean, man, and lose the desire to use, man, and find a new way to live,
man.
I love you, man. I love you to death.
I love you too, buddy. Hey, man, I ain't gonna hold you, man. Like I said, I appreciate you taking time out of your day. Y'all remember, man, continue to keep tapping in, like, share, and subscribe, man, and keep coming back for more recovery-related content, man. Peace. I love y'all. Thank you for listening to this episode of Dopenly Honest. I know all too well that recovery is an uphill battle, but there is hope. For resources, find your local NA, AA, or CR meeting. I can't stress enough how crucial meetings are to my personal recovery. If you enjoyed this content, please like, share, and meet us back right here for more episodes of Dopenly Honest. And remember, you are not alone. One day at a time, we do recover.